What's up, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn? Welcome to my channel, Tarot by the Intuitive Teacup. That's me. We're going to read your tarot cards today. This will be a collective message for the Earth signs, and there's multiple messages, so stick around for all three. This is a general reading, so please come into it with an open heart and an open mind. Desire to learn something and better yourself. If the messages that come through don't resonate, feel free to push them aside, release them. They might be meant for someone else, or they may resonate for you at a future date. You are accountable and responsible for all your own actions and decisions. Let's get started and read your tarot cards here. By the way, this is the second time me trying to do my earth sign readings. I did a full video and they didn't come out. The video file just deleted itself or something. So you're going to see two videos after this that unfortunately the cards have already been shuffled off camera. So hope you like them. They were great messages, so I wanted to include them, but at least you have this seeing the shuffle and all that. Here we go. All right, starting off with the Wheel of Fortune, the Six of Fire, and the Lovers. My goodness, this seems lovely. This feels like getting well overdue, well-deserved, well-earned recognition. Your reputation is in a very positive, you're in the limelight, or your reputation, your name is on people's minds or on people's mouths, tongues, whatever that expression is. That sounds kind of weird, but people are talking about you and they're liking you, which is always nice, right? It strokes your ego a little bit, right? That's cool. Then Six of Earth, so I like that. That's a good balance card. The High Priestess and the Innocent. So you have a good amount of major arcana here. This is the Fool in this deck. The Innocent, you have the High Priestess, you have the Lovers, the Wheel of Fortune. And look at all these sixes. This is actually kind of an incredible reading. Uh-oh, we have 666. Don't focus on that. All right. Let's see. Some of you, it feels like your romantic life is on fire. It just feels like things are great. It's like you're starting to build the little life of your dreams, and it's actually like manifesting in front of you. So it's no longer just this idealized, oh, one day wouldn't it be great if it's like, and part of that just has to do with gratitude. It's like looking around you, you're just like, you know what? Like things are really good right now. You've made a lot of strides recently. And it's not to say you haven't been through the ringer, because I think with Six of Air, we have to remember Six of Swords, right? You're going from rocky waters to smooth sailing. But you're bringing people with you. You're not alone. I think that's really important. And you seem to have groups of people admiring you and wanting to hang out with you. Whether you're choosing to or not is entirely up to you. But I mean, the Wheel of Fate, the Wheel of Fortune, it's always spinning. It's always changing. So it could be a new influx of people in your life are coming in, especially dating prospects. Leo is really standing out to me with the Six of Fire, the Lion. But it could be any zodiac sign, right? Sagittarius is linked to Jupiter energy, Wheel of Fortune. The Lovers is sometimes Gemini, but I wouldn't focus on a sign. I just think it's showing companionship on all levels, not just romantic, good friendships, maybe good conversations with family that are long overdue. Six of Earth. So you're doing something good with your fame and fortune. I don't know if we want to call it that, right? Maybe it doesn't feel like fame and fortune, but it seems like you are taking the light that is emanating from you and putting it back out into the world and shedding it on others, showing others your light. It could be that you may be considering doing something in teaching or offering a class or a course. Or it could just be that you're demonstrating, how you've done what you've done to other people. And that can be just very simple things, showing your sister-in-law how you, went about buying your first house, or you know what I mean? It's like you're showing other people how you've done it. And you seem to be very generous with your time, with your money potentially, and just giving other people some of the limelight, sharing the limelight, giving other people your attention and focus. So like there's no ego here. It's so beautiful, and it's like you're winning in the universe's eyes. This is by far the best reading I've had this time around, which is kind of great. So then what's this High Priestess? It seems like you've learned a lot of spiritual lessons lately, and something about that has set you free. So what's interesting is like, I definitely get the impression, especially with this being like the bottom of the deck card, the universe is definitely conveying to me, like, it hasn't all been like sunshine and roses. Like, don't get it wrong. The earth signs have been through some shit. Like, do you know what I'm saying? But none of those cards are showing to me. So to me, it's like, this is saying you've been able to turn the page and leave the past in the past and not hold on to grudge or resentment or shoulda, coulda, wouldas of, my life would have been easier if I had done that. It's not that everything's been perfect, but you're understanding why things happen the way they did, because it sets you up for this life and what you're going through now or will be going through, that it just feels so good. It feels so lighthearted and happy. And yeah, like this is the start of something new for you. It definitely feels like you're starting a new chapter. So let's see, the nodes are moving, the North Node and South Node in astrology, which sort of guide us in a certain direction based on what zodiac sign it falls in. So it has been in Taurus for the last year and a half, and it's going to be heading into Aries. So there's going to be more directed energy, more fiery energy, more creativity, more passion. So something about that might ring a bell for you. And you don't ever need to force anything to fit in. It just kind of naturally happens. Everybody's going to have their North Node in Aries. Where that falls in your chart will depend, right? So you may want to look that up, look at your rising sign and see where Aries falls. But yeah, something about the North Nodes changing. I was called to mention that because I feel like that's sort of this initiation into this new chapter and this new lifestyle. And you're putting faith and spirituality at the forefront. And maybe you don't consider yourself a tremendously spiritual person, or maybe you do. But that does seem to be a key factor in this. So maybe some of you are determined to, maybe some of you are going to take a course on something involving spirituality or learn more about it. I keep getting a message about teachers and teaching. So whether you're seeking them out or whether you're becoming a teacher or are a teacher, there's blessings there with the Wheel of Fortune and Six of Fire. I like that very much. All right, let's do the old standby, old Rider Waite. What can I put on the Lover's card? Some of you, it feels like this really beautiful reunion home, or to see your loved one, almost like military vibes. Like some of you may not have seen your spouse in a really long time, and it's that moment, that movie cinematic moment where it happens in slow motion, and that embrace. For some of you, there's definitely engagement or wedding bells. And for those of you who follow my channel, I don't say that super frequently, I can't just go putting that out there if I don't see it. But I mean, I just like that a lot. The Empress, yeah. Feeling like you're with your person, that person you want to build a home with, build a life with, build a family with. The Empress is very maternally kind of energy for me. She's frequently shown pregnant. So there could be some good news in terms of building a family, growing a family. And what about this Fool, this new chapter, this new journey? Some of you are going to take up learning a new instrument. That's what I mean. You're learning something new. It doesn't have to be something, crazy or insane, but there's newness, there's excitement, there's a desire to learn more. Yeah, you're starting to understand that the universe is always sending you signs and synchronicities. And so, when the door knocks, you answer. It's like when the universe offers you a cup, right? Rather than question it or be like, oh, I don't know if I want it, or, go through all this sort of analytical process. If it feels spiritual in a sense, whatever that means to you, you're more apt to be like, you know what? Okay, I'll try it, because it feels like the universe is guiding me. And again, it's Knight of Pentacles energy, so it's not this sort of intense, sporadic, insane, irrational, jumping at every opportunity you see. No, it is thought out, but it's a feeling you get. It's a vibe. That High Priestess energy, it feels like you're being guided by the universe, and there's an inner trust. Your connection with the divine seems like it is just in a good way, on fire this week. You're feeling spiritual and you're on the right path. I'm just repeating things I've said. All right, here we go. Whoop, that came right out. Sea melodies. Chants. Allow the sea to wash its chest of wonders ashore. You never know what the tide may bring. All right, some of you may be coming into money, or again, a really beautiful opportunity, some sort of promotion at work. Some of you, I literally am seeing the idea of finding out that you're pregnant, right? Holding that little pregnancy test in your hand and having that elation, that smile, and running to tell your person at work. This feels so beautiful. I love this. All right, Earth signs, here is your bonus reading that I completely recorded, and then the video just up and quit. So this is going to be a quick message, but maybe you'll prefer it that way. So we have two different suitors here. I'm thinking this is my Earth sign energy. I'm very excited to message someone, communicate with them, flirt with them. And there's two potential prospects. So it could be job offers, it could be romantic offers, it could be, friends trying to make plans with you. But the energies of these two different suitors, if you will, it's very, very different. And you seem to be kind of lost in confusion on what to do, or just not able to move forward with accepting an invite. And I think it's because you're holding out for this energy. But when I started to clarify it, we have the Devil, the Two of Wands, Seven of Pentacles, Five of Swords. It's kind of this energy that loves to play games. It loves to be the center of attention. It loves receiving the flirty texts and sending the flirty pictures or whatever it is, right? And I mean, you can put this in context of job offers. Obviously, it won't include, naughty pictures, I don't think. But it's like, it's kind of a show for them. They like the attention, but they're just kind of dangling on the string. They're not actually making concrete plans with you, right? And I think the Seven of Pentacles is coming through because it's saying you're probably going to be waiting on this energy a while. Like you've started to sow the seeds or plant the seeds, right? You've made the communication, you've made the match, you've, sent your resume. But yeah, like they love the thrill of the chase, but it doesn't seem like they're good at actually making good on their promise to do anything. And I don't know, I think you're stuck because you seem to be enamored by this offer. I think you've maybe put it on a pedestal a little bit, thinking that, this is as good as it gets, and so I really want to hold out for this one. And so you're kind of putting this other offer that's coming through over here with this King of Wands energy on the back burner. Let's talk a little bit about this energy. They're coming up with King of Wands, the Death card, and the Ace of Cups. And I just get the impression from kind of what's coming off of the cards, the energy is like this person has already made an offer to you, possibly several times. And they're waiting and waiting and waiting. It's like they're growing old. Like it's almost getting stale. But the thing is, they're so enamored by you, I think they're willing to wait forever. Like they would walk across the sun and the stars and the moon for you. And what they're offering is the Ace of Cups, which, in theory is delicious and thirst quenching and healthy and new and fun. And with the Death card, I almost think it's saying, time is of the essence. I don't do fear-based readings, but I think this person is kind of getting sick of waiting because it's like they've given you everything they got. It's like, oh, do you want to hang out Saturday? Oh, okay, how about Sunday? Oh, well, I'm free next week. Like they're constantly bumping plans to try and fit you in, but you don't seem to be reciprocating, or you're just kind of keeping them on pause or on hold the way this person is doing to you, which is kind of interesting. But I also think the Death card is coming through because this could actually be a very transformational relationship in your life. I actually really like it. We go back to this energy. The Two of Wands, I think this person has options. And then when I clarified it, Five of Swords, I didn't like that even more. It already started off as kind of a rough energy. Like it just seems very kind of a little bit snobby, a little bit self-involved, if you will. But the Five of Swords says to me this person is playing games, not only with you, but I think with other people. And I don't like to do icky fear-based readings, but I just have a feeling that it's like they're using you to make themselves look good, almost like arm candy. Or, in the context of, I don't know how that would translate in a workplace scenario, but it's like, they use you to make themselves look good, but they're not actually really giving you the time of day. And with the Five of Swords, it's almost like they're using you and your skills, your talents, your beauty, your attention to make other people jealous because it makes them feel wanted. It makes them look important. It makes them feel wanted, and it feeds that kind of ego. So yeah, like this energy is really tricky because if this is indeed my earth signs, it's like you seem really gung-ho to go in on it, right? Especially if you're earthy with a lot of air in your chart too. Maybe if you have like an airy moon or something like that, an airy rising. So that would be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. You're kind of stuck because you're holding out for what you deem to be this really great person, this really great offer, this really great opportunity. But it's like the energy is not matching. Like they're not treating you super well. So I don't love that. So then I asked essentially like, in terms of the future, is this person going to give my earth signs the time of day? Do they change their tune at all? And then we got the Tower and the Ace of Swords. So it's like shocking news or unexpected news or an unexpected message comes through. And again, I think that has to do with, you were like a pawn in their game. Like they were using you to make themselves look good. And they were gunning for the same promotion, even though it seemed like they were, trying to, submit your name on your behalf or, something like that. I don't like like this energy. It has a lot of like stickiness to me. It doesn't seem like it's easy. Then what's interesting over here is like this does seem very easy. This like fixed energy, the kind of Leo Scorpio energy I'm getting off of these cards. It's like I think this person would treat you like a princess or a prince, and like they've focused in on you, they've picked you, and I don't mean in a creepy way, but this sort of fixity is like they've chosen like you, like they're really interested, and they, it's like a desperate recruiter who desperately wants to bring you on the team, but you're like, I got another job offer, so like it's that type of energy. So then I was kind of curious, like, what is it about this opportunity that maybe the earth sign is kind of shy about, or not really willing to consider, but definitely placing it in like a second tier compared to this one. And with the Emperor and the Ten of Pentacles, it's a couple things. So it'll be different for all of you, but you either don't like their father, you don't like their family. That could be one. It could also be it's too close to home. I.e., if it's a work scenario, it could be like the boss's son is asking you out. So there could be something like, you don't want to mix business and pleasure. It could also have to do with their work, what they do for their profession. And it could be a little bit, I'm going to be honest with you, earth signs, it could be a little bit snobbery on your part in terms of like they don't make enough money. They don't have a high enough ranking. What they do isn't impressive enough. Whereas this person, like they have it all. It's glitz and glamour. But the thing is, that's deceiving. I would not put this one on a pedestal because there's a lot more underneath that's like hidden that you're not seeing. And the truth will come out eventually, but I don't think you're going to like what you find out. Again, it feels very kind of like playing games, maybe a little bit manipulative, maybe a little bit backstabbing. However, I don't think it involves you directly. It feels like maybe like you were sort of a pawn in the game, but they were trying to do something like impress someone else or get another job. So I don't think you necessarily suffer from this truth, but it is very disheartening. And I feel like in time you're going to think, oh man, I wasted so much time. I put all my eggs in that basket when all along I had this energy that was into me and trying to, connect and make plans. And I kind of went silent on them, or was, breadcrumbing. Breadcrumbing is a good term, just giving a little bit to keep them hanging on. So then in regards to like I don't know if it's snobbery or just maybe just a little bit of judgment, right? Like, oh, they don't make a lot of money, or, I don't like their family. I kind of pulled a card on that further, and I got the Sun, which is like, yeah, but you know what? They're happy. They're living their life authentically. And I think that's really important, right? I mean, would you rather date a millionaire who's absolutely miserable and depressed and, hates their life and doesn't have any connection, versus someone who may, I'm not saying this is like literal, but maybe like the starving artist, so to say, but they're happy and they're living their best life and they're spreading joy and putting good things into the world. I mean, the Sun is like a really beautiful card. I really do like this energy. So then in terms of like what will become of these people, because I already asked what will become of this, a secret will come out, a shocking truth will come out. And again, it's very disheartening. Five of Swords is just sticky. It's very sticky. It's a Venus card, right? So Venus does have to do with connections. But yeah, it's Venus and Aquarius. So I feel like a cold, harsh truth comes about. I'm just putting that out there. Between these two energies, we have Judgment and the Queen of Pentacles. So I do think there's sort of some revelation that this person, this energy, this opportunity, this job would actually treat you quite well, because they value you. They've made it known very much that they put a lot of stock and value in you and what you do. Judgment does frequently have to do with going back to the past and reconsidering something. And then I pulled the Queen of Wands. So I mean, who works best with the Queen of Wands? The King of Wands. So in theory, whether this is romantic or, it could be platonic, whatever this opportunity or energy is coming in, I think it would be a really good match for you earth signs. I really do. It's possible you can swap the roles. Maybe this is your energy. I'm hoping this isn't your energy, because that one feels more of like a challenge that my earth signs are facing. But whether you're this person or that person, with the air energy coming through in the middle, meaning the Knight of Swords and the Eight of Swords, there is the ability to change your mind, right? Both Gemini cards. So with Gemini, there can be some like kind of trickery and playfulness, but there can also be the ability to adapt, right? The ability to change your mind, to be open-minded, to learn new things, to consider an alternate path or an alternate route. So I do like that there's some changeability next to Judgment, because not all of you, but some of you may actually go back to this opportunity and be like, you know what, I'm going to give it a try. And I actually think you would be very, very happy. Again, with these cards kind of sort of framing the narrative here. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. I wish you had seen me actually flipping all the cards over, but I thought it was such a strong reading that I wanted to share it with you here. Let's see. I'm indecisive. I guess we'll do these cards. This deck is new. Oh, look. Coffee cup. Meeting and conversing, savoring the moment, feeling uplifted, friendship. I had to because it looked like a little teacup, right? Maybe that's what you'll do with this other person. All right. What wants to come out? These are little love oracle cards. Anything I can put over here? Help guide me, universe. Not today. Not dealing. Hurt, avoiding conversation, call person, boundaries, still angry. Yeah, so I don't know what this Eight of Swords is exactly. It could be possible that you've already had some sort of argument, but I just feel like you're not having this energy anymore. Not today, son. Anything else I can put over here on my King of Wands? I do like this energy. Let's see. The boat, receiving what you need, progression, arriving, moving on, closure issues. All right. I see you headed in that direction. That almost reminds me of Six of Swords, right? That boat that's moving through rocky waters and finds calm waters. All right, so that's one spread. All right, Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. Here's your second bonus reading. Again, I had already recorded it, and the video just disappeared, so I'm going to give you the shortened version. Essentially, there's a scenario coming up where you feel like your hands are tied in terms of being able to attend an important event or social gathering. It may have to do with going home to visit family, specifically a mother figure. It may also have to do with some sort of long-term travel, or not long-term, but a long-distance travel plan. It doesn't have to be long distance, but some sort of travel plan, some sort of event. You seem kind of excited to go. It seems like you've been looking forward to this, or even if it kind of arises unexpectedly, it makes your heart happy. You seem like you're really excited to go on this little adventure. However, you are also conflicted because you're being called away from that. Possibly because of duty or responsibility. It may have to do with tending to the needs of a father figure. It could be an authoritarian. It could have something to do with the law in terms of like a court case or attending a hearing. Your boss may be having you make some sort of speech or presentation, finishing up a document, something with that King of Swords energy, and it's holding you back. It's holding you back from going off on this little journey, this little adventure, which has some sort of spiritual benefit to you with the High Priestess. It may also involve a maternal or mother figure. It may be some sort of like spiritual getaway. It could be something to do with like religion or in a more looser sense spirituality, in terms of like maybe it's going to see music, maybe it's a concert, a festival. It's something that brings peace to your body. It's very spiritually nourishing. And so you're kind of at this unfortunate crossroads because I think you feel very pulled to do what you deem the right thing and, maybe be the people pleaser and do what the boss has asked you. This request, either to go on the journey or to give the last minute presentation, one of them comes up unexpectedly. I'm not sure which one, and that might vary between you guys. But with the World card, it's like it's trying to reestablish order and peace in your life. And I think with these two particularly, setting healthier boundaries, like work-life balance, right? And so my gut impulse is that I think you should try your best to go on this retreat. Now, obviously, if you have a court hearing, that can be tricky. Not all of you are going to be able to reschedule. But you seem afraid to even consider asking. That's my biggest thing here. This is similar to the fire sign reading. So if you have fire in your chart, this may speak to you more. But there's like a really awkward situation here because you don't want to let people down on either end. But it's like, this seems like it would be so fun and just fill your cup. It seems like it would do your heart good to go on this trip or this journey. But I think most of you are leaning towards practicality, as most earth signs do, and you want to come through and be the hero, but it's like you want to do it on both sides and you can't. And so the universe is purposely giving you this obstacle so that you make a choice. There is no right or wrong choice, right? Everything has a consequence. And with Moon and Libra, I can tell you're weighing it out, right? You're making the pros and cons list. But I think you feel obligated to whoever this King of Swords is to fall under their rulership. But the thing is, I don't like this energy because there's like a controlling issue. It feels like this person has you, wrapped around their finger, and, at the drop of a hat, they can call you at 2 a.m. and, come over and do this for me. And like, I think they might be abusing what a good resource or what a good person, friend, child, whatever you are to them. And so what are the consequences then? If you do end up going on this little spiritual journey, this quest, this fun little excursion, the Fool and the Page of Cups are what came up. I'm making sure this is still recording. Thank goodness. And so what will the consequences be? I think for most of you, the majority of you, you will be able to go on this journey, but you are going to have to learn to say no, and that's uncomfortable but a necessary lesson. But I don't think this person will understand. I think that's the consequence. I think they're going to look at you as possibly being foolish or not owning your responsibility or being kind of flaky. Not flaky. That's not the right word for it. Bohemian, just like, oh, you just live your life on a whim and do, you have to go to a concert festival thing this weekend. Oh, okay. Poor you. Like, there's a little bit of like an eye roll. Like, it maybe changes their opinion of you. And I think the universe is saying, so what? Why does that matter? Why do you care what this person thinks of you? You have a good track record. Every time they've needed you, you've come to their rescue. And I think it's saying it's not about tit for tat, and it's not about putting more value in something external to you than internal, or in your personal life versus your external life. Meaning, who's to say going to a music festival is any less important than giving that presentation to the board of authorities on this date? Like, do you understand what I mean? And I mean, yes, our culture says this is important, you must do this is the law, this is whatever. But in terms of your personal life, that has just as much value because it's good for your soul, it's good for your healing. And I don't know, my reading of this is I think you should go. I think you probably can go. I think most of you will be able to maneuver a situation. And it's about learning to be comfortable with not caring what other people think of you or their judgments of you. Again, it gets a little sticky if it has to do with more like, appearing at a court hearing. I don't know what the flexibility in that is, but you can at least ask, right? These cards sometimes can indicate like not speaking up for yourself or playing the role of victim and falling into it and like not even trying to escape the prison, like the mental prison. Like you're in your head and you're like, oh my God, there's no way out of this. I have to do the presentation. And so I can't see my mom this weekend. And we had made plans to go, shopping for my wedding dress and blah, 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 like that type of thing. It's like, you can get out of this for most of you, for most of you. And I mean, I have to say that because some of you do have responsibility, but let's go down that path. For those of you who are like, you know what, I absolutely can't get out of this. I have to do it. I'll lose my job, etc. All right. I mean, again, I would question losing your job over one event in your life and who's really kind of controlling you and making you feel like you're owned by them. But that, I don't know everybody's scenario. That being said, after that, there needs to be some sort of conversation about I'm sort of hearing the word like liberation from this sort of controlled environment. That, you know what, like, I will do it this last time for you, but moving forward, we need to set up a new PTO thing for me because this isn't working anymore. Or like, there needs to be change in allowing more fun and leisure activities, relaxation into your life. It seems like you're starting down a new path where you're starting to realize that you have different priorities now, especially with family or children. Something about the mother, again, is coming through here. A lot of children energy. But it seems like the message this week is about struggling to draw healthier boundaries. And so that's something you need to work on. And again, these two cards, like, liberate yourself from, for sure. So once you get past this awkward moment or this awkward conversation, I think most of you are going to go. I think this card came up because it's like you got to lean into your courage and your bravery to have the conversation and ask for what you need. Because people don't know. People aren't mind readers. I'm not saying this is a terrible person, but I think they got used to a certain way of life. This could even be like a husband figure, right? Who's just like, no, we're not going to that thing this weekend. I changed my mind. I don't want to go. It doesn't seem like the healthiest relationship because there is an equal give and take. Like this person gives the orders and the commands and this person is the servant and they show up and do the work, and that's changing. This is about stepping into your individuality and listening to your heart, your inner child, right? Strength is a very good card for Leo. I also think, and I don't mean to like overshoot the message here or make it sound like this is going to be life changing, but I will say there's an opportunity here where you find your people. You find more like-minded people who are kind of on your level and wanting the same thing. And with Aquarian energy, the star energy, it's a very healing group. With the High Priestess, it could be very spiritual or almost offer a maternal energy, even if it's a group of friends, a community, some sort of circle. You find your people, and it sort of emphasizes even more the fact that you weren't really happy in this scenario with this person, or in whatever circumstance you're in now, things really do need to change. It's like you're kind of birthing yourself through a new channel and things aren't going to be the same after this. It feels very nice. I hope you have the bravery to stand up for yourself and ask for what you need, because no one else will, right? And I think the universe really wanted you to hear that this week. All right. Isn't that a great message though? I had to share it. It seemed important. All right. Whoa. Boundaries. Look at that. All right. This is the Journey Oracle deck. It's really cool. I love the art. Boundaries. I'm sure we can imagine what this is going to say though, right? You are here for something only you can do. Make sure you have the time, space, support, and inspiration to care for yourself and your path. Love yourself enough to say no to demands on your energy and stay clear of those who try to keep you small. You are big. True friends will support your growth. These friends will support your growth. You don't need to tell everyone what you're doing. You can keep it close until you're ready to share, and you don't have to listen to everyone when you do. Be open, but only keep what helps you grow. Your journey will take shape when you stay true to yourself. I love that. All right, let's do one of these cards too. One more oracle card for earth signs. Boundaries. I'm going to put this door between this guy and this energy. It seems like a fun excursion. Some of you may be going to a wedding or a family reunion. It could be a fun work trip, and then there's maybe demands at home coming through. Could be a lot of things. Ooh, it says bitch fire. Stand up for yourself. Let's read that one. 16. 16 is a tower number. All right, stand up for yourself. There's no better way to say it. Someone in your life is trying to burn you at the stake. Maybe you didn't give them something they wanted, or you didn't let them get away with their bad behavior. Either way, they're trying to ruin your reputation. Rest assured, your reputation will stay intact. Very important, right? Let's see. Silence can be effective, but this is not that kind of situation. Get loud and let them have a taste of your bitch fire. I don't think I like saying that. It makes me uncomfortable, but that in itself is a message to me, right? Get comfortable with being uncomfortable. All right, that is an epic kick-ass reading, Earth Signs. All right, thank you for joining me, and thank you for understanding about the weird technology glitch I had. Please remember to like, share, subscribe. It's been a while. I haven't been on YouTube in ages, so thanks for tuning in and supporting me, and hopefully I will see you very soon for more tarot. Bye, guys.